I've talked a lot in the past about how the first portfolio that I put together was a complete disaster. This is how to avoid that. Hello everyone! Welcome to Art Business with Ness. I'm Ness and I'm a children's book illustrator. This week is super exciting because the pre-orders are finally open for my very first online course, the Art Business Bootcamp Level 1. As part of the launch activities, every week in July I'm making a new video about a related topic, such as this one, which is about what to put in your portfolio. So in a few words, the Art Business Bootcamp is a complete program made of 3 different online courses, Level 1, Level 2, Level 3. It's a step-by-step method that over the course of the 3 levels is going to help you build your illustration career from scratch, even if you're starting from 0 and all the way to full-time illustrator. In Level 1, I guide you through the very first steps to start building a strong foundation for your illustration career. I'll be showing you things like how to pick your market, how to build a kick-ass portfolio, how to make a super beautiful professional looking website, how to set up your social media, and how to set up your business as a freelancer. Super exciting stuff, and the pre-orders for that are currently open. They will close on July 27th. So if you're interested in this course, I will leave the link to learn more in the description below. And tied in with the topic of early career building activities, today we're talking about illustration portfolio, more specifically, what the heck to put into one. This is so important to your success. I cannot stress this enough. I've talked a lot in the past about how the first portfolio that I put together was a complete disaster. It was all wrong in terms of strategic content and it didn't get me a single gig, which was really discouraging and a complete waste of time. After I became more strategic about what I included in my portfolio, then I started getting contracts suddenly, even though my actual art skill had not improved. Okay, same skill. It was the change in strategy that did the trick. And that's what we're talking about today. But before we get started, if you're interested about videos like this, about making a living with your art, then make sure to subscribe to this channel and hit the little bell. The bell sends you a notification every time I upload a new video, and this way you're sure that you won't miss any of the advice. Alright, let's go! Okay, so first, let's analyze why my first portfolio was such a disaster. It will give you some good insights into how the industry works. So I was aiming for children's book portfolio work, but these are the kinds of illustrations that I had in my portfolio. At first glance, you might think, well, okay, what's wrong with that? They're lovely enough pieces, the style seems appropriate for children's book market, and the skill level is decent enough. Why did this portfolio flop so bad? The answer to that is I wasn't showcasing the specific skills needed to make a children's book. I wasn't tuned in enough with the specific needs of the market. When you stop to think about it, children's books are all about telling the story, and the most important thing is the characters, showing their expressions and actions. I was showing off my ability to draw good backgrounds, and I put zero focus on the actual characters. Most of my illustrations were not telling a story, and I wasn't showing any example of finished book pages and finished book covers in there. That's a huge mistake. Art directors don't know how that's going to translate into an actual finished children's book because I wasn't showing that. As artists, we often focus too much on art quality in our portfolio and not enough on the actual contents. And sure, art quality is important, but it's not everything. If you have a gorgeous illustration, doesn't necessarily mean that it should be in your portfolio automatically. This illustration being beautiful doesn't necessarily mean that it's showcasing the skills needed to create a product that your client is looking for. In my head, I was thinking, if I show this, then they'll know that I can do this. Not so. This finished illustration requires skills of composition, storytelling, character design, character expressions, none of which I'm demonstrating here in the other illustration. The art director can't just guess if you know how to do it or not. Professional projects are often big projects with big budgets. They can't take the risk. These people want to make 100% sure that you can do what they need before they hire you. If you're not explicitly demonstrating the thing in your portfolio, then they're going to assume that you can't do it and that you're too much of a risk to hire. So is this something that you have a problem with in your current portfolio? Are you now realizing that maybe you're not being quite specific enough in the content that you're showcasing? If so, go in the comments and let me know that I wasn't the only one. This is very tricky to get this strategic content stuff, but you can do it, and I'm gonna help you with some tips. The very best thing that you can do in your portfolio to show art director that you can do exactly the sort of thing that they're looking for is to make the sort of work that you want to be hired for. So let's forget the pretty standalone illustrations here for a bit, okay? Think about, what is my ideal client actually gonna have me do when they hire me? For example, if you want to be an editorial illustrator, then when they hire you, your client is going to make you illustrate for magazine articles or blog articles. Well, do that for your portfolio. Illustrate articles. If you want to be an advertisement illustrator, then illustrate some advertisement, posters, flyers, banners, etc. If you want to be a children's book illustrator like me, then book actual finished children's books pages and children's books covers in your portfolio. The best way to show that you can do the thing is by doing the thing. And you might be thinking, but Ness, I've never illustrated a book before. I don't have any professional material at all to put in my portfolio. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be professional work. It can be personal pieces. That works just as well. You don't need someone to hire you to do this stuff. You can do it on your own. Pick any fairy tale and illustrate a double-page spread for it and a cover. Boom, you're done. You don't need any client to give you the permission to do that. Commission yourself to create your dream project and then put that in your portfolio. Another thing is, if the professional work that you've done in the past isn't exactly aligned with what you want to do next, then don't put it in your portfolio. It's just pigeonholing you into a hole that you don't want to be in. For example, if in the past you've done a lot of graphic design work, but going forward you really want to do food illustration, well, get rid of all that graphic design stuff. Instead of making you look professional, it's only holding you back from what you want to do. Because when your ideal client arrives on your website, they'll see all of your past projects and they'll be like, oh, I guess this is a graphic designer then. I need a food illustrator, so I guess I'm in the wrong place. This is not what you want, okay? So it's much more important to put the right kind of work in your portfolio rather than professional work, okay? The right personal pieces a lot stronger than the wrong professional content. You know that saying, don't dress for the job you have, dress for the job you want? Well, exactly. Draw more of the exact thing that you want to be hired for. This can be our new motto as illustrators. If you're currently building your portfolio or trying to improve an existing portfolio, then I highly recommend you check out my online course, the Art Business Bootcamp. It's currently open for pre-orders at 50% off. This course is a very complete step-by-step guide. So if you're confused at all about what you need to be doing with your portfolio, this course can definitely help you. We're going over all the different illustration markets and detailing what specific skills are needed for each. This is what we talked about today. So important. The course helps you figure out what's the perfect market for you and what is your unique voice within that market. We're also going over my unique method, the 12-piece portfolio plan, to create a rock-solid plan to cover all of your bases in only 12 illustrations. So simple. This is the quickest, most efficient way to build an illustration portfolio without spending an eternity on it. And then I'm explaining how to build a website step by step, going over all the techie stuff. Also all of the website essential, like what makes a good website design, what to put in your about section, etc. After that, we're going over social media, so how to set up your profiles. Also, what is a good strategy to start building up your following without it being too overwhelming and without spending every waking hour on it. And lastly, I'm going to help you set up your business as a freelancer so you're all good to go. Things like invoices, tracking expenses, writing a business plan, and setting business goals. All of this in one course that's really affordable. There's a special pre-order price right now that's 50% off. So right now the course is only $97. If you want to start a career in illustration, this is the best $97 that you'll ever spend, I promise you. The pre-orders close on July 27th, so make sure you don't miss it. I will leave the link in the description below to go snag this course. So that's it for me today. I really hope that you found my portfolio tip helpful, and if you did, then don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to help our small channel grow. Thank you so much for watching this video and for being here today, and I will see you in next week's video. Bye bye!